On this intervention brief, you will see that we are working with patients who have COPD. The types of intervention activities we will be looking at from Table 12 are self-regulation and training. We will train the participants on self-regulation tactics such as pursed-lipped breathing. Approaches to the intervention from Table 13 of the OTPF are to modify what the participants are doing and prevent them from increasing their COPD symptoms during activity. Performance skills from Table 7 include manipulating their workspace, endure longer working periods, choosing what works best for them, knowing when to terminate the activity to take a break, adjusting the tools being used, noticing when the symptoms are becoming more intense, and responding accordingly, taking turns to minimize onset of symptoms, and accommodating to their needs. The frame of reference we are using is biomechanical and rehabilitation to work on activity adaptation and energy conservation. A short-term goal we have is that the clients will initiate either pursed-lip breathing or diaphragmatic breathing techniques independently without verbal cues when needed during the intervention to increase their ability to live in an environment with the least amount of supervision and assistance within 2 weeks. During the intervention, we will provide examples, provide alternative responses, provide redirection as needed, provide time for the client to problem solve and process, provide verbal assistance or physical if needed, give feedback as necessary, and provide 15 to 20 minutes for the client to work on the activity.
Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we're going to be making some edible cookie dough, so don't worry, it doesn't have any eggs. And then the flour, we're going to actually microwave it to cook any bacteria or germs out of it so that way it's safe to eat. And we're going to practice some breathing and energy conservation techniques just as we're going out throughout the day. Alright, so are you guys familiar with pursed-lip breathing? Have you done that before? No? Okay, well let's go ahead and practice that. This is a technique where if you guys are feeling dizzy or lightheaded or just as though you're not getting enough oxygen in, this is just a way that you can help reduce that feeling. So for pursed-lip breathing, what you're going to do is you're going to breathe in through your nose for 2 seconds, and when you do that you want to really feel it in your belly, you want to feel your belly expand, and then you're going to breathe out for 4 seconds, but when you breathe out you're going to breathe as if you're blowing out a candle. Okay? Does everyone understand? Alright, let's go ahead and practice that a couple times, okay? So, and let's breathe in through the nose, 1, 2, and breathe out, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Okay, so that was okay, but when you guys do it, make sure you like really purse your lips and breathe out. So let's try it again. Ready? And breathe in through your nose, 1, 2, and breathe out, 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. All right, so you guys just go ahead and use that if you need it. Okay, so we're going to start out with making our cookie dough. So first what we're going to do is everyone's going to get 2 tablespoons of butter, and we're each going to take turns microwaving it. Now again, if you feel dizzy at all when you stand up or if you can't breathe, please let me know, okay? All right, so we're going to go ahead and do that. So I want everyone to add 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. And so that's going to be over there. We're going to have to take turns. You just have the 2. And then remember with brown sugar, you want to pack it in there. It's not just like normal sugar where you scoop it. You want to push it down. Well, Margie's busy with the brown sugar if you want, and then you can go ahead and add in just a tablespoon of the white sugar. That's going to go in as well. While you're waiting, how are you doing today, Danny?
Good.
You feeling okay?
Yeah.
No pain or anything?
Not yet.
Not yet? Alright, that's good. If that changes, please let me know.
Thank you.
Do you like cookie dough?
Yes.
What's your favorite type of cookie?
Chocolate.
Chocolate chip? Oh,
Yeah.
good. That's what we're making. Perfect.
Sweet. Love it. Everything?
2 tablespoons. And then 1 tablespoon of the white sugar. Good. So as we're doing it, we're just going to want to try to keep it as level and accurate as possible. You can always use your finger to help smooth it down. Great. And once you have all your sugar added, you're just gonna stir it together. And our goal is to essentially cream the sugar together with the butter. So I want you to stir it hard and as fast as you can without just wasting too much energy or making yourself sick or just uncomfortable. We don't want that. Yep. When the sugar's in, go ahead and just mix it all together. Remember, if you need to take a break or if you need help, please let me know. Don't want to push you guys too hard. Just keep on stirring. And if you feel fatigued or if it's getting hard to breathe, again, flag me down and let me know.
How fast do we have to go?
As fast as you're able to.
Kind of tired.
You're kind of tired?
A
Okay.
little bit like.
Okay, well that's no problem. You guys could stop and we could take a break if we want. This is also, if you're doing this at home and you feel that way, something you could do is, I don't know if you have like a handheld electric mixer or a standing electric mixer. Those are great for helping to do that without tiring yourself out. Alright, so yeah, just take a couple minutes, maybe practice some pursed lip breathing. How are you guys feeling now? A little bit better? Okay, so why don't we just try stirring again, but just take it a little slower. Margie and Emily, I would maybe add a little bit more sugar to your guys's. You want to like Danny's over here.
Whoa.
That's perfect consistency.
The white sugar.
Either one, if you want it. The only difference is brown sugar has molasses in it, so that's what makes it a little have like a little bit of a different taste. So it's just up to you, your preference. Sugar, well, sugar doesn't hurt nobody. That's looking really good.
Thank you.
Let's not yet. Let's wait till we finish it. I don't think that'll taste as good yet. It'll be very sugary. Alright you guys, so after this what you're going to do is you're going to get up and head over to the fridge and you're going to get some milk and we're going to add that in, okay? Alrighty. Alright you guys, now before you sit down, if you'd like to make it a little bit harder, if you feel like this has been a little too easy, you're welcome to stay standing while you do it. I would just advise that you please stay near your chair so that way if you get tired or you can catch your breath and you need to sit down, then you can. Okay? Alright, so that's up to you guys. Alrighty, so next we're going to add in 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. So you can take that one you just used for the vanilla and just fill it about halfway. Good job. You can use any milk you have available, but whole milk will give you a little bit of a richer taste because it has more fat. And then stir, stir, stir. Everyone's still feeling okay? Anyone need to sit down? Still okay? Okay, good.
Does that look good?
Yeah, I think it's maybe stir it a little bit more so that it's all one color. And we could also try switching to a fork if you guys would like. It might be a little bit easier to break through. Six. I don't know how many you've done yet.
The second.
The second, so yeah. 2, so 4 more. Whenever you guys feel like it is the consistency that you want, you can just go ahead and add as few or as many chocolate chips as you want.
Is it okay if I sit down?
Of course! Just make sure to reach behind you and feel for your chair.
Five minutes later.
It is, I know, it's a lot of work. But if you need my help stirring or you just need to take a break, let me know. There is no shame in ever asking for help. Just know your own limits. It's also helpful when you're cooking, if you're not able to cook at a table like this, or you're doing something where you need the burner, you can always take a stool or something that's a little bit taller, like a bar chair, and you can put that in front and you can sit in it while you're cooking. Alrighty, well, you're welcome to eat it whenever you're ready. You can sit, stand.
Hi, my name is Emily. I have COPD and I was in the session where we learned how to make edible cookie dough. During the session, I learned about pursed lipped breathing, where I can take a step back when I need to and just focus on my breathing, and a new technique to allow more air to enter into my lungs so that I don't get so tired so easily. During the session, when I was having to mix everything together, I got really tired, but Julia helped to tell me and remind me to use pursed lip breathing to make it easier to breathe. We then discussed using an electric mixer instead of our hands with the utensil so that it was less physical work on our bodies. And then when I went back home, I told my grandkids about it and they wanted to learn, so we did. We used the hand mixer and it was a lot easier, but we were standing the whole time, so I got tired, but I used the pursed lip breathing to be able to get more air in my lungs and feel more energized and ready to go with my grandkids to finish cooking all of the edible cookie dough, or finish making all of the edible cookie dough. We doubled the recipe so they could bring it home to their family. When we were done, it was nice because I felt like I was successful in finally completing something and that I didn't just have to stop and give up halfway through. So thank you for hosting us for this session, and I look forward to the next one.
So throughout the intervention/activity, I thought it was really cool how we made cookie dough as a COPD patient, and as a participant making the cookie dough, I thought it was really cool how we did breathing techniques like pursed lip breathing, deep breathing before we're doing the activity, just because while we're mixing and making all the cookie dough, the ingredients, it's a lot of work and takes up a lot of energy, especially getting up to get some supplies, mixing, standing, doing all that. I also thought the upgrade and downgrade we did was pretty good. I thought standing helped, standing while baking, trying to push our limits just to see how we were at, and especially if we feel tired, we went sitting back down, so that was cool. And then also, I thought the cookie dough activity overall was really creative, especially for a COPD patient, so yeah, I thought that was good.
After completing this intervention, there were some upgrades and downgrades that I felt worked best. This is effective for patients with COPD who want to continue their meaningful activity of baking while still coping with their symptoms. One of the downgrades that I found to be helpful was using a standalone mixer or a handheld mixer. When mixing manually, it did take a lot of energy from the patients as it was a continuous movement. With a handheld or standalone mixer, this helps in conserving energy throughout the task and allowing the patient to complete the task effectively. One of the upgrades that I felt was helpful was challenging the patients to stand while baking. When standing, the patients had to be aware of their posture and standing balance. As standing requires more energy, this is an effective way of upgrading an activity to allow the patient to reach their maximum level of independence.
Good afternoon, everyone. So on the agenda this week, we have our Adults with COPD group meeting. This week we're going to work on meal preparation and cleanup by making edible cookie dough. This is the flyer that our marketing team came up with. It says, don't forget to breathe, and it says building coping skills to overcome COPD while making cookies. So it should be a pretty fun activity. And so the reason we chose cookie dough for this activity is that it is relatively low risk and it's also fun. Who doesn't love cookie dough? We don't use any sharp objects, you don't need to cut anything, and also we don't use the oven or anything too hot. We don't use the microwave for more than 30 seconds to a minute, so everything's kept at a relatively cool temperature. Our goal is to work on energy conservation techniques and implement different therapeutic breathing strategies just throughout, and teach the clients to implement it themselves so that they can live more independently.